everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help people find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today I will be channeling messages from Season 1 of Dawson's Creek, starring James Vanderbeek as Dawson himself, Katie Holmes as Joey Potter, Joshua Jackson as Pacey Witter, and Michelle Williams as Jen Lindley. This show follows two best friends, Joey and Dawson, who live next door to each other. They have grown up as friends their entire life. They know everything about each other, except for a few secrets that come out into the open during the show. Joey has always been in love with Dawson, and Dawson has always seemed pretty oblivious to Joey being in love with him. So it's a very dramatic spin on a very interesting love story. I thought it would be cool to channel some messages from that. I just finished watching Season 1, and it was a good time to watch it again because I had not watched it in a very long time, so revisiting it has been an absolute blast. So in the next part of the video, you will see 5 angel crystals. Please meditate on the crystal that is speaking to you and go to the timestamps that I provide down below to go directly to your reading from there. If any part of a message does not resonate, perhaps you could try another crystal. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's jump into it. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from Season 1 of Dawson's Creek? I will be pulling cards from 7 different decks so that we can pull the cards in real time and channel the messages in real time. First, we will pull a card from the How to Love Yourself affirmation deck. Looks like this. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want to tell group number 1 from Season 1 of Dawson's Creek? We have lifetime after lifetime. I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. I am always safe. I am eternal. I will go on forever from experience to experience. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Mystic Monday Tarot deck. So let's give this a good shuffle here. Group number 1, channeled messages from Dawson's Creek. Seven of Pentacles. Next, we will pull a card from the Cosmic Journey deck. Group number 1, channeled messages. Enter. 1 step forward, 1 step onward. Next, we will be pulling a card from the Light Seers Tarot. Channeled messages for group number 1, Season 1 of Dawson's Creek. Page of Wands. Next, we'll be pulling a card from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Channel message from Season 1 of Dawson's Creek. We have the Ace of Swords. Brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out, communicate clearly and concisely, remain objective. Next, we will pull a card from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Channel message for group number 1 from Season 1 of Dawson's Creek. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. And the final message will be from a motivational quote here. Final message for group number 1. Channel messages, Dawson's Creek Season 1. When given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. Okay, so I am getting major Joey Potter vibes for this pile. Like, check this out. Page of Wands. Does that not look like Joey Potter? Especially like her style. For sure. The channeled message here is coming from Joey Potter, played by Katie Holmes. So the first thing that is standing out to me, other than the Page of Wands totally representing Joey Potter here, when given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. Spirit is showing me specifically how mean Joey was. And the main reason why she was mean in the show was because Dawson was so oblivious to her feelings. And a new girl came into town, Jen Lindley, played by Michelle Williams. And Dawson is just enamored with Jen. And he falls for Jen pretty quickly and they date. And Joey feels like the odd woman out, that Dawson is giving all of his attention to Jen when she is suffering in silence over her feelings for him. And she is not always kind to Jen. But that's because Jen has her man, you know? But they're showing me specifically how Jen keeps trying to befriend Joey, and Joey just has all of these walls built up around her. And Joey thrived on being right, and she always had her gut reaction to be mean instead of kind because she was letting her emotions and feelings for Dawson get the best of her. Like, I'm being shown specifically the scene where Joey and Jen are talking about Dawson, which they do a few times throughout the season, but there was one scene in particular where Jen, she says to Joey, I'm going to make it really hard for you not to not like me. And Joey, you can kind of see her walls coming down. And she always thrived on being right. And it was like in that moment, you could see she wanted to open up to Jen and be kind. She's very sarcastic as well. I feel like in your current situation, you use sarcasm as a way of coping, is what I'm getting, because Joey uses sarcasm as a way of coping as well. But another thing about Joey is that she doesn't see how amazing she truly is. And she's very talented, she's very bright, she gets amazing grades in school. It's just she has a hard time bringing her walls down because she has a lot of trauma that she went through in the past with her family. Her mom actually passed away from breast cancer a few years before this show took place in the show. That's the storyline. And her father is also in prison. So she's dealing with the aftermath of these things while also juggling her feelings for Dawson. So for some of you, I feel like you have feelings for someone, but they're not seeing the feelings that you have. And it is causing you to get this resentment in a way. And also kind of lash out at this person because they're being so oblivious. So Spirit is saying, when given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. And I'm also being shown specifically another of her sarcastic comments where the first night that they hang out with Jen, they go to the movies, and Jen is interested in Dawson, Dawson's interested in Jen, and Joey is just like seething and is like so mad. When they're waiting in line for the movies, Joey, out of nowhere, she just has this ballsy nature about her, and she asks Jen, she's like, Jen, so you're from New York, does that mean you're a virgin? And she goes, yes, Joey, I am. What about you? And it was just like this stifling dynamic between the two of them. So there is this jealous type of energy. So Joey, she rattles back at Jen and she is saying, yeah, I lost my virginity a long time ago. It was to a trucker named Bubba. Like, she's just so sarcastic. I'm just like picking up on these sarcastic vibes from you as well. And like Joey, I'm seeing that there is some self-doubt, some feelings of failure with whatever it is you want to do in life, and also not sure of what your path is in life as well. But like Joey, you're very passionate as well. Juan's energy is a very passionate energy, someone who has their whole life in front of them and can create whatever they want for themselves. That's why Spirit is saying, enter one step forward, one step onward. Because when you take the first step and then the next, and then the next, as you take those steps, the next step is revealed to you as you continue to move forward. So there is like this fear of the unknown and wanting to go out into the world and just take the world by storm. But Joey, she exudes this light that she does not see about herself. And you have a light as well that you're not seeing about yourself, because we have lifetime after lifetime. I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. You have this amazing light, this natural, authentic light within you that is just wanting to emerge. Like, look how carefree this Page of Wands is. You're someone who is very passionate, and it's time to see your light within and know that you are worthy and deserving of anything that you want to create. But Spirit is saying that the words that you speak to people, because you have this tendency to be blunt, and that is so important, to speak your mind. But sometimes you have the upper hand when you can see the bigger picture and let go of the need to be right, because you see the bigger picture. You can see what is really going on around the current situation when you allow yourself to see that. And you can take a step back, see it for what it is, and exude kindness, because kindness really does matter. That does not mean to just bow down and let people walk all over you. Of course, stand up for yourself, have those boundaries, but also know when to choose your battles wisely. And with the Ace of Swords here, the one thing that is really standing out to me is communicate clearly and concisely. Joey keeps her feelings so bottled up inside. She doesn't communicate how she really feels, and it just festers and festers and festers, and then she lashes out and she gets mad. I'm being shown the episode where they all got detention, and towards the end of that episode, they had communicated their feelings about certain things throughout the day, and Joey is sitting at a table and she starts crying, and Dawson comes over to her and sits down, and you can see her internal struggle where she's trying to tell him how she feels, but she doesn't communicate it. She keeps it within herself, and she's sitting there, she's like, I want to tell you, Dawson, I want to communicate this to you, but I just can't. I don't know how to do this. And it was a very emotional moment. And you know Dawson clearly sees what is going on here, but he himself was also afraid of the feelings that they had for one another. So there's just this tension throughout this entire season where they don't communicate to each other how they really feel. So in your current situation, it is so important to communicate how you feel, because I'm hearing a fear of rejection, and that is also what Joey was so fearful of. She was fearful of being rejected by Dawson. And Joey did not communicate her feelings to Dawson until the very end of season 1. And then you see the dynamic that played out, but you can see just this huge wave of relief come out of her as she gets it out. But when in that moment when they were in detention and she was having a hard time doing it, it was stemming from a fear of rejection. And to be honest, rejection is spirit's protection, and it's, indicating that there is something better. The worst thing that can happen is someone says no, and if it's not meant to be with a certain person, that's leaving space open for the right person to come in. So one of the best things you can do is to always communicate how you feel. If someone is making you feel a certain way, it's important to communicate that. If you have certain feelings about a certain situation, it is important to communicate that, because those feelings, when they stay trapped in the body, it leads to illness and sickness, and it just creates suffering that is unnecessary. So, what do you need to communicate in your current situation right now? With the Seven of Pentacles, some of you are planting seeds with something and wondering when this is going to take root. When is it going to start growing into a beautiful plant? Well, Spirit wants you to know that the seeds that you are planting, they are in the process of blooming into something really beautiful, but it takes time. So perhaps you are planting seeds with a particular person. Maybe you are planting seeds with a creative project that you are working on. Whatever you are planting seeds with right now, just because you cannot see the end result of it does not mean that nothing is really taking place. It just takes time for the seeds to bloom. You don't continuously check after you have planted a seed to see if it's growing, right? You plant it and then you let go. That is what gets the energy going in a faster momentum pace. So whatever you are cultivating right now, the seeds are planted and they're going to bloom into something really, really beautiful. With the Page of Wands, this is someone where it is important to be who you authentically are, because that is when you thrive the most. The Page of Wands is someone who is very creative and should be expressing those ideas, because it allows you to be free, and it also connects you with other like-minded people in the field of whatever it is you enjoy, what you're passionate about. So continue to be authentically you. It serves you well. But with whatever it is you are working on, it is also important to cultivate more faith, have trust that everything is going to work out and be fine, even when you can't yet see the result of the work that you are putting in right now. It takes time for the seeds to plant. So the more intention and energy you bring to your faith, the more fearless and free you become. So creating intentions for yourself and putting energy towards that will help you become more fearless and help you be more of the free spirit that you truly are. Thank you. Group number 1. Those are your messages from season 1 of Dawson's Creek. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey group number 2, welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from season 1 of Dawson's Creek? I have 7 decks of cards here, and I will be pulling 1 card from each of them. The first one I will be pulling a card from is the How to Love Yourself affirmation deck. Thank you, Spirit. What is group number 2's channeled message from season 1 of Dawson's Creek? I have abundance in all areas of my life. I claim abundance for myself right here and right now. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve my good. The next deck I will be pulling a card from is the Mystic Monday Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to tell group number 2 from Dawson's Creek Season 1? Three of Wands. Next, I'll be pulling a card from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. What else for group number 2, Spirit? Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Next, we will pull a card from the Light Seer Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. What else for group number 2? The Moon. Okay, next we'll be pulling a card from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Group number 2, channeled messages. Thank you, Spirit. The Magician. Magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Universe Has Your Back deck. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Final message will be pulled from Motivational cards here. Final message for group number 2, channeled messages. It is better to live one day as a lion than 1,000 days as a lamb. Okay, group number 2, your channeled message is coming from Pacey Witter. And the main channeled message here is to ask for what it is that you want, because we have ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Pacey is the most persistent person in Dawson's Creek. He goes after what he wants, he's persistent, and he is brave. He even pursues an older woman and wins her over. Now, that was a forbidden romance dynamic plot twist scene in Dawson's Creek, but he was brave enough to go after what he wanted, and he got what he wanted. I'm also being shown specifically the episode where Pacey enters the beauty contest. He is the only guy to do so. He was so brave that he entered a beauty contest filled with women because he wanted to do so. It was something he wanted to try. He wanted to prove to himself that he could win. And he actually thought he had it in the bag to win. And he speaks to Dawson's mom, who is a judge, and he goes, "How am I doing?" And she goes, "You're doing great. You don't have a chance at winning, but you're doing great." And when he found out that he didn't have a chance at winning it, he changed his dynamic. He actually had wanted to do a magic show for his talent act, which is interesting that we have the magician here. And he changed it up, and he did some type of a monologue from the movie Braveheart. He painted his face blue. And just gave this monologue because he didn't care. He knew that he wasn't going to win it, but he was going to go out with a bang. So he did something very out of the box and unorthodox that people did not expect him to do. And he stood out because of that. And no, he did not end up winning, but he went out with a bang. So there's something that you want in your life, but Spirit is saying that you need to take action and you need to ask for what it is that you want, because you are someone who is a visionary, and you do have this persistent nature just like Pacey does in Dawson's Creek, because with the 3 of Wands, see the 3 like cylinders on the card here? This is like forward thinking. Like, I can see that you're thinking about your future. You have a vision of what it is you want to create for yourself. But there's just a need for you to ask for what it is that you want. Because being the magician, you can create whatever it is that you want. It's just a matter of believing and knowing within yourself that it is already yours, and then just being that version of yourself. in this moment right now. Because with the moon card here, there's definitely like a block to your intuition that I can see, and it's stemming with insecurities that are taking place. There's a cycle, and it has to do with some type of trauma that you've experienced in the past. This is something that you have to break the cycle with right now, and you will do it. I can see that because we have the card here. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So, this trauma that has triggered you in the present moment right now, faith has the power to turn that trauma into love. So, it's having this inner knowing within you that everything is going to be okay, for you to reflect on what this trauma has taught you, to allow yourself to feel the feelings of that trauma, to get it out of the body, and to just cast love on any fears that you may be having at this time, because love will always cast out the presence of fear, and it will help you remove any blocks within yourself so that you can hear your intuition more clearly. Because when we are confused, it can be difficult to hear our intuition. The key is to keep moving forward, feeling the fear, but not giving into it. And I'm being shown again Pacey when he gave that Braveheart speech during the talent contest of the beauty pageant. It just kind of reminded me of the scene, Braveheart as a whole, and how strong of a film that was. And that is what I'm getting the vibes from this motivational card. It is better to live one day as a lion than 1,000 days as a lamb. So in Dawson's Creek, most of the storyline in season 1 revolve around Joey and Dawson. But when Pacey had this episode where he entered the beauty contest, it was like that one moment where you saw him as the lion, even though he may have been, a lamb in the other episodes, not having, quite that supporting role because the focus is so much on Dawson and Joey. But even though he had that one powerful moment, it still planted seeds into the mind of the viewers who are watching this show. And you don't forget Pacey. You don't forget his persistence. You don't forget how ballsy he is. You don't forget his character, because it took a lot of guts to do something like that. And as the seasons go on, you definitely root for him more and more as the storyline progresses. So the main message here is that you can create whatever it is you want to create in your life. I am seeing that there may be some fears here around money, and Spirit is saying this is a great affirmation for you to reflect on. I have abundance in all areas of my life. So it also says, I claim abundance for myself right here and right now. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve my good. So Spirit wants to ask you, what is your definition of abundance? Abundance is not just money. Abundance is richness in every aspect of your life. Abundance is the relationships you have with the people in your life. Abundance is your creative expression. Abundance is the ocean, the sky, the stars, the moon, the sun, the weather. Abundance is defined in so many ways. It is not just finances. So How do you have abundance in your life right now? Spirit wants you to open your perception to all of the good already in your life and practice gratitude for it. Because gratitude is one of the highest vibrations in the world, love being the highest. But when you practice gratitude for all the wonderful things in your life, you are actually attracting more abundance to you by being grateful for what you already have. So, Spirit wants you to get excited and recognize all the abundance already in your life. Be grateful for what you already have, and also be grateful for everything on its way to you right now. Because you are someone who is a visionary. There's just a need here to ask for what it is you want. Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Listen to your intuition. Do what you can to remove any blocks to your intuition, because there is a deep healing taking place right now with some type of trauma. And I am being shown specifically the dynamic with Pacey and the teacher that he dates. So there may be a trauma related here with a forbidden type of relationship that happened when you were younger, because in the show, Pacey is only 15 years old and his teacher is 35. So that was a dynamic that is very risque, especially to broadcast this type of relationship in a show where, people are watching this. And as I was watching it, I was kind of wondering, I'm like, did they glamorize this? But I'm being shown specifically the dynamic between Pacey and his teacher, Mrs. Jacobs. It was a very forbidden romance. So for some of you, I feel like the trauma that you went through deals with some type of forbidden romance, and it is still affecting you right now. So it's important to reflect on those feelings, feel what you need to feel, and also speak up about anything you need to speak up about, because that will help as well. And there are other people who have gone through the same thing that you have, and by sharing your story, not only are you helping heal yourself, but you will also hold space for other people to come forward and speak up about what happened to them as well. So just know that you have this lion-like energy within you, just like Pacey does. Continue to do your healing. You're doing amazing. I know that it's difficult to do that. So feel what you have to feel while staying in control of your emotions, but also know that whatever you want to create in your world, the vision that you have, this forward thinking that you have about the future, whatever you believe, you can create it and make it come into fruition. And also practicing gratitude for the abundance already in your life right now. So that is all I am seeing, group number 2. Thank you. Those are your messages from season 1 of Dawson's Creek. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey group number 3, welcome to your reading. What is your channel message from Dawson's Creek season 1? I have 7 decks of cards here. I will be pulling 1 card from each of them. The first deck I will be pulling a message from is the How to Love Yourself affirmation deck. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want to tell group number 3 from Dawson's Creek season 1? I was born to enjoy life. I am a beloved child of the universe and have been given everything I need for every experience I shall have. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Mystic Monday Tarot. What else for group number 3, Spirit? Thank you. The world. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want to tell group number 3? Oh. We have Starseed. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Light Seer Tarot. What else for group number 3? Spirit, thank you. Three of Swords. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. What else for group number 3, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. The universe has your back, deck. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. And the last message I will be pulling from the Motivational Cards deck here. It's the final message for group number 3, Spirit. Thank you. You make mistakes. Mistakes don't make you. Okay, group number 3. So what I'm being drawn to the most here right now is the Three of Swords. So there is this feeling of having your heart broken, rejection, some type of betrayal, pain, and suffering in a relationship. And this happens a lot in season 1 of Dawson's Creek. I'm being shown specifically Dawson and the dynamic with Jen. Jen moved to their town, Capeside, from New York, and Dawson is enamored with her from the very moment she arrives. So he starts pursuing her, and she is a very dramatic character in the show, and she continuously pushes Dawson away. And Dawson is a very jealous character. So I'm picking up on this dynamic. Spirit is showing me specifically Dawson and Jen. And I'm being shown this scene where Jen is standing on the pier, like watching the lake, and Dawson sees that she is out there standing, so he goes to her. And they had been dating for a little while, but I think Dawson's jealousy kind of got in the way of their relationship, but Jen also pushed him away anyway. So she breaks up with him, and Dawson is heartbroken, and he does everything in his power to try to get her back. Like, he sabotages dates that she goes on with Cliff, and he asks other girls out just to make her jealous. And there's actually an episode where Jen goes to a carnival with Cliff, and Dawson asks this girl out, Mary Jane, to go out with him as well. And she sees right through Dawson. She says, I know you're doing this just to make Jen jealous. And she's like, I actually like Cliff. But Dawson is very competitive. So in your current situation, this heartbreak that has transpired, I feel that it's very reminiscent of how Dawson felt when Jen broke up with him. And I can see that there has been a lot of staying up late at night worrying about this. How can I get this person back? But in your reading here, even though you still feel this heartbreak and this pain, I can see that you are moving away from that overthinking. You're starting to see the situation in a new light because we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which means that you are becoming more conscious of the thoughts that you are having, and you're ready to move on. You're ready to move on from this heartbreak that has transpired. And Dawson does the same thing. He decides to give Jen space, and he starts focusing on himself, and he starts healing. So I can see that you are doing some healing to that broken heart, the rejection, the pain that you have experienced. And I can also see that you have also been very hard on yourself about this situation that caused your heartbreak and your pain, because we have you make mistakes, mistakes don't make you. And Dawson beat himself up a lot as well. Like, he just kept ruminating in his mind what he could do better to try to win Jen back. What could he do to, make things right with her? And Spirit wants you to know that if you made mistakes in this relationship, then it's just important that you learn from them. Those mistakes don't define you. It's just a matter of you learning the lesson to the point where you don't make the same mistakes going forward. So it's time to forgive yourself and not be so hard on yourself. Because I'm also seeing that this situation has happened for a reason. You have this starseed energy. This card came right out. And a starseed is someone who came to Earth with a very special mission to uplift humanity. But starseeds also go through very difficult situations. They experience heartbreak and trauma and very difficult situations in life so that it would help them get to a point where they could wake up and heal and transmute that energy and then use their experiences to creatively express their story to help other people, to inspire other people, to uplift humanity. So you are here to do something very, very big. And this situation has kind of been a catalyst for your spiritual awakening. It has actually caused you to wake up to who you truly are. And I can see that this situation caused great suffering. And the suffering is what has ignited your awakening. And it's time for you to remember who you really are. Because you have the whole world in front of you. You can create whatever it is you want to create. And it's time to remember that you were born to enjoy life. Life is meant for living. Yes, we experience difficult things here, but they are all part of our journey and our learning experience. So, Spirit is saying that this healing that you have done with your heart and this heartbreak, this rejection, and this pain, you have become more conscious about your thinking patterns with the Nine of Swords in reverse here, and you are realigning with love. And that is the moment that clear direction is presented to you, which is interesting because in the show Dawson's Creek, once Dawson realized that he needed to give Jen her space, his perception opened to the fact that Joey was the one he was really in love with. And that's what happens when you heal. The more you do the inner work within you, the more you see everything in the world that is not love. And what is love? Your perception just becomes magnified to that. And I'm being shown specifically the episode where Jen helps Joey in the beauty pageant. She accentuated Joey's light with her makeup and her hair and a really nice dress. Overall, that wasn't who Joey really was, but Jen helped Dawson see Joey's light. And Joey, she communicates this to Dawson and she says, "This is not who I am, Dawson. This is just lipstick. It's just a hairdo. After all this is said and done, I'm still going to be Joey." But because Dawson took that time to heal his heart, he started to realign with love, and he started to see love for what it truly was. He started to see how much he truly loved Joey. And that is when clear direction is given. So the more you heal your heart, the more you work on consciously changing any negative thought patterns that may have transpired in your life, you're going to be led more and more to your starseed mission. You're going to start to see all the reasons why it's important to enjoy life. And clear direction is going to be given to you. So as a starseed, you have a very powerful mission here. So continue to do that inner healing. And don't be hard on yourself with any mistakes that you have made, because it's all part of your learning and it's essential to your life path. So thank you, group number 3. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from season 1 of Dawson's Creek? I have 7 decks of cards here. I will be pulling 1 card from each of them. The first one I will be pulling a message from is the How to Love Yourself affirmation deck. Thank you, Spirit. What would you like to tell group number 4 from season 1 of Dawson's Creek? I let go of limitations and recognize the true beauty of my being. I visualize all my limitations falling away one by one until I am safe, healed, and whole. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Mystic Monday Tarot. What else for group number 4, Spirit? Thank you. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Next, I will be pulling a card from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. What else for group number 4, Spirit? Thank you. Cut away what is no longer needed for you. Next, we'll be pulling a card from the Light Seer Tarot. What else for group number 4, Spirit? Thank you. Two of Swords. Next, we'll be pulling a card from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. What else for group number 4? Balance. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise. The power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. Next, we'll pull a card from the Universe Has My Back deck. What else for group number 4, Spirit? Thank you. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. And the last message will be pulled from the motivational cards here. What's the last message for group number 4, Spirit? Thank you. Impossible is for the unwilling. Okay, group number 4. What I am seeing is that there is somebody who is very jealous of you. Because I am seeing specifically in Dawson's Creek, there was an episode where a bunch of the students at their high school, they were creating a movie for school. And Dawson has a passion to be a filmmaker. And he keeps trying to give his ideas to this girl. I cannot remember her name, but she had curly blonde hair. And every time Dawson tried to give an idea to collaborate as a team, she just kept shooting him down. She's like, "Shut up, Dawson." She goes, "I'm running the show here." And she just like keeps trying to prevent him from doing something amazing with this film. And there's a particular moment where they can't figure out how to get this one shot. It's a moving shot with these 2 football players and they are running. And Dawson's like, "Well, I have an idea." And she's like, "Shut up, Dawson. Nobody wants to hear your ideas." And Cliff, who is another student, he goes, actually, Dawson, let me hear your idea. And this girl, she's like taken aback. It's because she was jealous of Dawson. And Dawson, he uses his idea and they get the shot perfectly. So I feel like there is somebody in your life who is very critical of your dreams. Because with the Four of Pentacles here, this is that jealous energy. And for some of you, I do pick up on that this is a partner of yours, someone who is possessive. This could also be a friend. It could even be a relative in your family. But this is someone who is very possessive, clingy, controlling, who has that same dynamic of this girl that was shooting down Dawson's ideas. I feel like this person shoots down your ideas, and Spirit is saying that it's time to cut away what is no longer needed for you. To be like Dawson is, to keep persisting with your dreams and keep putting your ideas out there. Because even though this girl kept cutting Dawson down, he was still persistent about it. And another person in the group was interested in hearing what Dawson's ideas were. So just because this one person isn't interested in your dreams, in your ideas, there is going to be somebody who is. So this may be somebody that you need to distance yourself from. I don't like to say just walk away from people in your life, because I think it's important for you to make decisions from your own soul, from your own inner moral compass. But the best advice I can give is to pay attention to the energy about how this person makes you feel. I'm not getting the energy that this is someone who uplifts you, okay? And you deserve to have people in your life who support your dreams, because there's a card here that says there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. And the important thing, first and foremost, is to support your own dreams, despite what anyone else says. And if you have to distance yourself from someone who is critical of your dreams, then by all means do that in whatever way that you can. And it can be hard if this is somebody who you're in a relationship with. It can be hard if it's somebody who is a relative that you have a lot of love and value for. But it's important to listen to your heart first and foremost. And if your gut is telling you to distance yourself, then that is what is most important at this time. So pay attention to your gut and how you feel, because you deserve to be around people who uplift you and push you to be your best. Because I can see that there are a lot of limiting beliefs created by people like this in your life who have been critical of your dreams, because we have the affirmation, I let go of limitations and recognize the true beauty of my being. So it's important for you to rise above all limitations and not listen to all of the outside noise going on out here. Listen to yourself, because within yourself, that passion that you have for this dream that you want to create for yourself, that isn't there for just to be there. It's there because you're meant to act on it. And you don't have to, cut these people out of your life in a, I'm never going to talk to you again, this and that. It's a matter of what your current situation is, how these people are being around you, how they're making you feel, and you recognizing what is best for you. Because with the Two of Swords here, I can see that you have picked up on this energy and you are making a decision about whether or not you want to walk away from something. And it's like you're also like protecting yourself in this sense with this blindfold over your eyes. It's like you don't want to see the truth about the situation because you really do value these people in your life. And I can see that it does break your heart that they aren't uplifting you more. But sometimes it's a matter of uplifting yourself and doing what is best for you. You should never live your life for what other people want for you. Live your life for yourself. Pay attention to your gut feelings. Pay attention to the energy of these people who are being critical of your dreams. And distance yourself if that resonates for you. Because by doing that, you are cultivating more self-love for yourself. You're setting boundaries for yourself, not in the sense of building up walls around yourself. It's still a matter of keeping your heart open to the people that you value in your life, but it's, in a sense, protecting your energy and your dreams so that you can continue to move forward with the passion and joy that you feel from doing these things. So whatever your dreams are, there is a stream of love supporting you, even if it doesn't feel like that. You have an energetic support team around you who lifts you up. They whisper uplifting things in your ears all the time. I'm also hearing specifically music. Pay attention to music. Your angels, your spirit guides, they speak to you through the lyrics in songs and also in books. If you like to read, there are certain quotes in books that resonate with your current situation right now as well. So you have a lot of love in your life. You have a lot of support. So support yourself and be mindful of the people who are being critical of your dreams at this time. And Spirit is saying impossible is for the unwilling. So if you have had thoughts of, it would be impossible for me to go after my dreams. No, nothing is impossible. Spirit is saying impossible is only for the people who are unwilling to take the steps forward to making it happen. And what happens at the end of Dawson's Creek? Dawson eventually does become the filmmaker that he set out to be. I know that these are channel messages from season 1, but they did show me how he did get his dreams to come true eventually. And the final message here is with balance, blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary, successful compromise. So that all goes back to the scene where that girl with the curly hair, she wasn't compromising with, Dawson so that he could bring his ideas out, but there was another person who was willing to compromise with Dawson. So look for the people who are willing to compromise with you and give that energy out as well. Compromise, be willing to listen to other people's ideas, and just create this amazing collaboration, and you will see extraordinary things happen when you can balance that with your dreams and listening to other people and collaborating in a team as a whole. So thank you, group number 4. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 5. Welcome to your reading. What is your channeled message from season 1 of Dawson's Creek? I have 7 decks of cards here. I will be pulling 1 card from each of them. The first deck is How to Love Yourself Affirmations. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want to tell group number 5 from season 1 of Dawson's Creek? I am totally in charge of my life now. The moment I say positive affirmations, I step out of the victim role. I am no longer helpless. I acknowledge my own power. Next, I'll be pulling a card from the Mystic Monday Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. What else for group number 5? We have the King of Wands in reverse. Next, we'll be pulling a card from the Cosmic Journey Oracle. What else for group number 5, Spirit? Thank you. Synchronicity is a love letter from the universe across time and space. Next, we have the Light Seer Tarot. What else for group number 5, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Next, we'll pull a card from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. What else for group number 5, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Next, we have the Universe Has Your Back. What else for group number 5, Spirit? Thank you. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. And the final message from Motivational Cards. What's the final message for group number 5, Spirit? Thank you. Just do it. Okay, group number 5. So what I am picking up on here is that you are still in the process of healing from a toxic relationship that you recently walked away from. Because with the Ten of Swords in reverse, I can see that you have walked away from something recently. And I can see from a person who was very controlling and domineering. It was their mentality of my way or the highway. And you got sick of that. But I can also see that this person has not made it easy for you. Because with the Five of Swords, this is still that energy of conflict and tension. I feel like this person is still messaging you or reaching out to you, trying to get you to come back, and you are putting your foot down and you are saying no. But this person has a way of getting in your head and making you feel like you made a wrong decision. Because I'm being shown specifically in Dawson's Creek, Dawson was not the nicest person in this season. He was very selfish. He was very controlling. He was very manipulative. And Jen, when she makes the decision to break up with Dawson, like, kind of in a sense kind of gaslights her a little bit and makes her like question her decisions. And on a soul level, she already knew that Dawson wasn't the one for her. She was listening to her gut, but Dawson had a way of making her feel bad about that. And to be honest, Dawson isn't a bad person by any means, but he was a kid. He was 15, 16 years old, and his emotions got in the way. But he was trying to control Jen and have her see his way of doing everything. And he was also very controlling and jealous. He actually punched out a guy at a dance for her, and she wasn't jiving with that at all. So she was seeing these major red flags. But I can see that you're still healing from this situation right now, because we have the card, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. So you're in this energy of discomfort, and I can see you questioning whether you have made the right decision or not, but Spirit wants to remind you to ask yourself why you walked away in the first place. It was because this person was very controlling and was trying to get you to do things according to their will. And you are totally in charge of your life right now because you made the decision to walk away from someone who no longer served you, someone who wanted to control your life. You are in control of your life. And I feel that that's why you walked away in the first place, because you didn't want to abide by what other people wanted for your life. What fun is that? A fun relationship is one where both people are fully in control of their own lives, are both individuals, and come back that much stronger, holding space for each person to be their authentic versions of themselves, not trying to mold or change someone into what they want them to be. So Spirit is saying this is an opportunity for you to do you. And they are saying, just do it. That dream that you want to act on, do it. That trip you want to take, do it. That book you want to write, do it. Whatever it is you want to do, now that you have the time and the space to do it without this person, breathing down your neck, trying to control every aspect of what it is you do what you want to do. You are in control of your life, and you have an amazing gift. Spirit is showing me there is something you are very talented at, and you have inspired a lot of people when you have brought it out into the world. Explore that. Bring that out into the world even more so that you can inspire people more. And with the Five of Swords energy in reverse, I do see there is a fear of like what other people think. Don't be afraid of what other people think, and don't ever feel like you have to validate your opinions or prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. And Spirit is also saying that the questions that are coming up, whether you've done the right thing or not, Spirit is giving you signs and synchronicity right now. That's why we have synchronicity as a love letter from the universe across time and space. They are communicating with you on license plates, on billboards, in music, in certain songs that you have on a playlist you like to listen to, in movies. There is synchronicity everywhere. Also angel numbers. Like if you see 111, 222, 333, whatever number you see, look it up on the internet and see what the message is, because it might be a message about your current situation right now. Spirit is showing me specifically that they are giving you synchronicity and messages to show you that you are on the right path and that you have made the right decision for yourself. And that is what is important, that you always listen to yourself first and foremost. And when you walked away from this person, Spirit is showing me that you actually did a lot of thinking about this, and you reflected on a lot of the moments that you had with this person and how they truly made you feel. Those feelings weren't lying to you, okay? And every decision that you make is the best one for you. You can never really get it wrong. It's just a matter of either, having to learn more lessons or moving on to have a new adventure in some way, which I can see that you are embarking on. And Spirit is saying, just do it. And this discomfort that you are feeling in the middle of your healing right now, because I can see that this was difficult for you to do. You thought about this a lot before walking away. But it also, in a sense, I can see that it has empowered you, because now you have this open space to do whatever it is you want to do. So that is why Spirit is saying, I find a deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. Because when we are in situations that are uncomfortable, it really helps us get true to ourselves, to go within and figure out things that we want to do that we may have not embarked on before. So this is a new chapter in your life, and it's very exciting. So it's just important to be strong at this time with this person who keeps wanting to come back into your life. Keep paying attention to your why and how you feel, and seek people at this time who uplift you, who don't put you down, who hold space for you to be yourself. Because the fact that you walked away from a toxic relationship, this has really shown the universe the value you have for yourself, the self-love that you have for yourself. And when you pass that test and you show the universe, hey, I love myself, I know what I will and will not put up with, the universe brings people to you to match your vibe. So be on the lookout for new people entering your life at this time as well. That is also a strong message that I am getting with synchronicity here. So meeting people is a synchronicity at this time. Pay very good attention to people entering your life right now. You are doing a deep inner healing. Just pay attention to the synchronicities and the signs coming into your life. Pay attention to people coming into your life. Any opportunity that opens itself up to you, just do it. And pay attention to the deeper meaning that you are coming into at this time while in the midst of feeling uncomfortable, because a lot of personal growth is taking place within you because of that. Thank you. Group number 5, those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.